Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, live here in Park City. Now, of course, there are endless adventures on the snow, but there are just as many fun things to do once you take off your board and your skis. And one of them is a new addition to the landscape here in town, the Escape Room Park City. And I am joined by the owner, Shirin and Dirk Spangenberg. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both for being here. So first off, for people who may not be aware of what an escape room is, tell us a little bit about it, because this is really a phenomenon that's been catching on around the country.
That's right. So it's an interesting concept. So what happened, it was a video game. And so people would just get on their phones and try and escape from one room to another. And this guy in Japan said, you know what, I can make this into a physical room. I know I can. So did. And so it started in Asia. It's taken off around the world and then into Europe and Australia. It's huge. And so it hit the United States like 3 years ago. And now it's just growing tremendously. People are finding they like to use their brains.
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's like it's stepping into a live video game, really.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah.
I think it's so much fun. And of course, Park City has it because we just have to have everything, right? You guys brought it to us. So you're in the room and there are clues.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
And so the goal, and these are not just quick quiz question-y clues like a pub game. These are actually, I need to figure this out, solve it, and take some time. People can spend up to an hour trying to get out of this room.
Well, that's exactly what it is. So right now we have 2 rooms open. One's 45 minutes and the other one's an hour. And the one that's an hour is our Mine Trap, and it's very themed towards Park City, being a silver...
Trapped in a silver mine,
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And this must be a lot of fun, not only for families. They could probably work out a lot of things together, right? You'll start to see some dynamics come out. But also I'm imagining like corporate groups, team building exercises. This appeals to a whole group.
Girlfriends night out. We've had bachelor parties. We've had probably the most successful groups are like a series of couples.
Okay.
Because what we've found is it's kind of an interesting, we're just doing a huge sociology experiment, but what we found is that families are fabulous. They have such a good time. And we've had up to 4 generations of families in at a time. But when we have couples, it's interesting because all of their brains work a little bit differently and they kill it. And it's really fun because one person might really get this clue, but they don't get that clue, and
their
another
mind
group
just doesn't see it.
Exactly.
That way.
That's exactly right. And then another group gets another clue.
So Dirk, you brought an example of a clue that you would have to solve.
This is just like a short example, and so you might find this on a shelf with some other books, and it just looks like your regular book.
Right.
And when you
English
open
dictionary.
it, when you open it, it's a safe.
Oh.
On the inside, there's looks like a riddle, and it says the key to your success is wrapped in a bandana. And so you might see this, and you're like, what does this mean? I don't know.
And you're picturing it like in the room, fully decorated. You've got to find, it's not quite as easy as having it sit on the table next to the book. They made it easy for us.
In a room with other themed clues going on, so everyone's working on something, and in your encounter, you might find this bottle. And in the bottle, you're like, oh, that's a weird bottle with a bandana on it. And if you look closely, you'll see a key inside a cork on the inside. So now it's like, how do you get this key?
Right.
So what do you think?
Which I can't get out.
You realize this is so not my strength. Okay. It's like those people that can open bottles of wine without an opener.
So let me go back to the clue really quickly.
Okay.
The key to your success is wrapped in a bandana.
The key to your success is wrapped in the bandana. Unwrap the bandana.
Right, very good. And then we're going to take that bandana.
So the idea is, it just takes a few minutes. It takes brain power of just people just trying to figure out what to do.
I mean, just thinking to unwrap the bandana would have taken. You had to reread the clue to me. Yeah,
No,
I can
but
see where this
that's very
comes
common.
through.
It's a new concept for you, and so it's very common. That's why.
So what I've done is just this. It obviously takes time.
It didn't take you time, did it?
No, but the idea is you kind of pull it, and there you go.
Well, that's a fun little
The
party
key
trick,
comes out.
isn't it?
There you get your key. You'd open your lock. And then you'd find, well, here's one of our flyers.
Oh, fun!
But the idea is in a room, you'd build upon your next clue with whatever you find.
And then the next clue would be there, and you'd keep going.
That's exactly right.
But you might have multiple streams going at the same time, so this might not be the only clue you would have to solve in order to progress. There might be a few clues.
But how much fun is it that there's so many different ways that people's mind works? So when you have a big group together, like, that might not even occur to somebody, but then the person you're with, that's like their first instinct is to do that.
So I have a degree in psychology, which I haven't done anything with until I opened an escape room. And then, so now I went back and relearned all of the learning styles, auditory, tactile clues, visual clues. And so we have a little bit of everything in a room. So it kind of everybody's brain kind of gets sparked. So
I see a book in the future. I see a
really,
sociology experiment.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And we always say it's the best reality show you can ever watch, because when those aha moments when people get it,
so much.
it's not really like that. You don't really laugh. It's like you're excited.
We don't laugh at people. We're constantly in there cheering them on. We're cheering them on.
When you see that light in someone's eyes, it is the best experience ever.
It's so much fun.
It's so much fun. And when people come out and they're cheering and they're high-fiving, or when you're walking by the hallway and you hear someone yell, it's like the best. Because
I did it.
Exactly,
I did it.
yeah. And they walk out, and one guy even said, it was really funny, this young Jamaican guy came with his dad, and when they were leaving, Dad was like, okay, it's time to go have a drink. And he's like, you know what? I'm on a brain high right now. And I was like, I love that so much. Thank you.
That is
and it was,
perfect.
yeah, it's a really,
all right,
really great.
I'm sold. You guys are located in the Gateway Center, right, with Sweet Alley and Main Street, so it's a perfect location.
Actually, on Street and Heber.
Sweet and Heber.
Yeah.
And what are the times, the cost? How do we sign up? What's the deal?
So we are open usually during the weekdays from 3:30 till about 10, and then on the weekends all day from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. Of course, if corporate group want to come in
To book a special.
Yeah, that's why we've left those daytimes open so that they can come in and book a special thing. We've had a bunch of corporate groups come in.
I was going to say, this would be a nice little insight into some of your team's thought processes and how they approach things.
It's really, really great, because then as you can see the way people's brains work, where their strengths are and things like that. So it's really, really
And
fun.
are kids allowed to come and cheer on their adults, or is this a little bit above?
It's probably above their cognitive level. So what we say is that adults have to join kids, because the adults will put the A and B together, but then the kids will do all this stuff in the middle. But sometimes the kids just blow you away. The kids are like, look, Mom, it's like that. And Mom's like, oh my gosh, it is like that. You know, it's really, really fun.
They have an uncorrupted view of the way things work in the world. So sometimes just seeing their purest way they see things is great, and they contribute in quite a big way. Although they wouldn't maybe be able to complete the room by themselves, they can certainly participate.
They're a huge contributor to the end result.
Yeah.
So what is the website?
So the website is escaperoomparkcity.com. And the pricing is right now for our travel room, for a 45-minute room, it's $20. For our Mind Trap, it's $40 a person. And we max out at 6 and 8. So in other escape rooms, they try and jam a lot of people in. We want you to come in and have the best experience.
You don't want to be a spectator for this.
Exactly.
You want to get right involved.
You want to be involved.
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Dirk, Shirin, thank you so much for
Thanks.
being here and for bringing just something else really fun to Park City.
Yeah,
this is
so
great.
much.
I sense we're going to do a little bit of Park City television team building here any day now. If you want to get into the escape room and see if you are clever enough to find your way out, make sure you visit their website and see how you and your family can get involved. We're going to take a break here on the Mountain Morning Show and be right back live on Park City Television.